Deep within the rugged expanse of the Sierra Nevada mountains, a secret lies buried under decades of snow, a mystery that has haunted the FBI and local investigators for over 40 years. On a bone-chilling winter night in 1978, 5 young men drove into the heart of a frozen wilderness, 70 miles off course, for reasons that defy human logic. This is the true story of the Yuba County Five, a case where survival was within arm's reach, yet they chose, or were forced, to embrace a slow, agonizing end. The departure, a wrong turn into the void. The story begins in Yuba County, California. Bill Sterling, Jack Madruga, Ted Wire, Jack Hewitt, and Gary Mathias were inseparable. Though some lived with intellectual disabilities or psychiatric challenges, they were a disciplined, close-knit group. On February 24, 1978, they piled into Jack Madruga's 1969 Mercury Montego and headed to Chico to watch a college basketball game. At 10:00 p.m., they were seen buying snacks at a local convenience store, seemingly in high spirits, but they never made it home. Instead of driving south, the car turned north into the treacherous, snow-choked inclines of the Plumas National Forest. Days later, the car was found abandoned at an elevation of 4,400 feet. The gas tank was nearly full, the engine was functional, and there was no damage. Yet, the men had stepped out into a blizzard, leaving their only source of heat and safety behind. The trailer, a slow death amidst plenty. Months later, as the spring thaw began, a Forest Service trailer was discovered 19 miles away from the car. Inside, searchers found a scene from a nightmare. Ted Wire's body lay on a bunk, wrapped in 8 thick blankets. An autopsy revealed he had survived in that cabin for nearly 3 months, losing over 100 pounds before finally succumbing to starvation and the cold. The horror lay in the details. Mere inches from Ted's bed were lockers filled with dozens of military sea rations, enough food to keep all 5 men alive for months. Outside sat a massive propane tank that could have powered the cabin's heater for an entire season. None of it was touched. Why did Ted starve in a room full of food? Was he hiding? Or was someone or something preventing him from reaching for survival? The scattered remains and the vanishing man. The fate of the others was equally grim. The remains of Bill Sterling, Jack Madruga, and Jack Hewitt were eventually found scattered in the woods, some miles apart, their bones bleached by the sun and gnawed by scavengers. But the ultimate enigma remains Gary Mathias. Gary, a Vietnam veteran who suffered from schizophrenia and required daily medication, vanished without a trace. His shoes were found inside the trailer, suggesting he had been there with Ted, but his body was never recovered. Did he wander into the white void in a psychotic break? Or is he still out there, a ghost of the California wilderness? The Unsolved Shadows, the final witness. The most haunting piece of the puzzle comes from a witness named Joseph Shawns, who was stranded in his own car nearby that same night. He claimed that through the swirling snow, he saw flashlight beams and heard voices. When he screamed for help, the lights vanished and the talking stopped. He even reported seeing a woman with a baby in the headlights, a figure that was never identified. The Yuba County Five remains one of America's most disturbing cold cases. Why did 5 men abandon a working vehicle? Why did they trek 20 miles through a blizzard? And why, when they found shelter and food, did they choose to die in the dark? Some mysteries are like the Sierra Nevada snow. They only get deeper the more you dig.